Thank you guys for being here. This is an honor. Good to see you both. I want to start off with this because I love this idea of being able to walk through a door and relive a memory, emotionally, physically. And I know there are good memories and there are bad memories. I know at one point in the film you talk about this idea that it felt exactly like it did that night when you're recurring a memory. So on the happier side of perspective, what is a memory you would love to relive again so you could feel that feeling one more time, like you could enter that moment again?
Probably like Christmas morning as a little kid. I'd love to have that feeling again.
That was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
How did it work out for you? What time did you wake up?
I would honestly not be able to sleep the night before because I was so excited that it'd be Christmas the next day.
Yeah.
Were you somebody who would sneak down and shake your gifts to see what you had?
No, because I never wanted to ruin the surprise. I never wanted to know what my things were. But I was so excited. I'm still so excited about Christmas, but we love Christmas. We've spoken about this a lot.
I love Christmas, man. Yeah, I love Christmas films, love Christmas food, love being in pajamas for 2 weeks solid.
That's the best.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Christmas. Italia 90 for me when Ireland got into the quarter-final of the World Cup in Italy in 1990, and the whole country went bananas. We beat Romania in a penalty shootout in the second round to get through to the quarter-final, which for a country as small as ours was a big event. And that was huge. The whole country, as I said, was just up in arms. I remember being out and jumping on the hood of a car in my village that was going through the village because everyone was jumping on cars and the horns were going off, and the car didn't. It was green lights for about 5 minutes. So I ended up at 14 years of age, about 2 miles from my house, and I finally got off the hood of the car. But Italia 90 was amazing.
That's awesome.
Or any Christmas morning.
Well, I'll expand that because I think a lot of memories that I think about are memories I had in a movie theater. Like going to the movies with friends and like walking out and having conversations, debating the movies. So in the similar vibe of that question, if there's a movie experience that you could go back and relive, essentially kind of watching that
Jurassic Park.
for the first time?
Yeah, Jurassic Park, when that came out.
Yeah.
I, like many kids, was obsessed with dinosaurs when I was small, and I remember going to the UCI in Tala with my family and 2 friends, and they had T-Rex footprint stickers that went from the car park into the lobby, and then it went up the walls of the concession stand, and it was just shockingly exciting. So Jurassic Park, or E.T., which was the first film I ever saw in a cinema.
That was the first film you ever saw?
E.T., yeah. I don't know what age I was, maybe 4 or something, 5.
Did you tell Spielberg that when you worked on Minority Report?
I did, yeah. I told him it the first time I met him before I worked on Minority Report, when I got to share a sardine sandwich with the man.
A sardine
sandwich, yeah.
What's
Why?
a sardine?
A sandwich with sardines.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
That's like
Omega-3, Stephen was at the time, I was waiting in the trailer to have a meeting with him, and he came in and someone brought him in some sardines on toast because he was wanting to get his Omega-3 into his diet. Sorry, Stephen, if that's exposing some secret that you wish was kept as such.
That's how he makes his great movies.
Yeah. And he shared his sardine sandwich with me, and we got to talk about E.T. E.T. was a very formative film for me. Yeah, it was the first time I remember.
What about for you? What's a movie experience you wish you could relive, similar to how the characters kind of go through
I'm
that?
so jealous that you got to see E.T. and Jurassic Park in the cinemas. Obviously, when I watch those movies, they're all on TVs.
That's because I'm old as history.
My first movie I saw in a cinema was George of the Jungle.
Was it really?
Yeah, Brendan
With
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, which
That
I
was
still
awesome.
love.
George of the Jungle was
so
awesome.
good. But if I was to relive a movie experience, God, there's certain movies that I refuse to watch until I can watch it on a big screen, like Kubrick films. Like I hold out and I just wait till it's programming somewhere. And I waited a really long time to watch Lawrence of Arabia. And
You see it in 70?
I saw the 70 mil. I saw it at the David Geffen Theatre at the Academy Museum.
Did they honour
which
the
is best.
intermission and you left and you came back in?
And I was, every time I hold out and wait, I'm so glad I did. So.
Lawrence of Arabia on 70 mil is one of the
crazy.
most extraordinary experiences.
Yeah, that's like a dream thing to see. Like I was telling you, I saw 70 millimeter Once Upon a Time in Hollywood the other day. Robert Richardson's score, or no, his cinematography mixed with that music is just remarkable to watch. There's a great scene in the trailer as well where you are hesitant to walk through the door to see the entrance of your high school. And it kind of gave me this perspective. I thought back to my school experience.
How was it for you?
I didn't have a great school experience.
Me
I
neither.
got bullied a lot.
Did you?
And
I got a bit bullied.
Did you?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I wouldn't walk through that door because I feel like I wouldn't want to relive it. Or maybe it would be cathartic to do that. I guess that was my question. What is your vivid memory of school? Like, and is that something you'd want to revisit?
I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't know how people studied and like, people had different colored highlight markers and shit. They'd be marking lines and I just didn't know if you were supposed to learn every word of a whole book or how you classified what was important, or I could never, but I was the quintessential window starer, you know? I was Yeah, and then I got asked to leave when I was 15 or 16, so I didn't get to finish high school. And that was one of the best days of my life. So the best day of my life in school was the day that I was told, sorry, you've got to go.
Have any of the bullies ever reached out to you and said, hey, I'm sorry that I did that to you? Because I've had a few of those experiences.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
That must have been decent. Was it?
Well, they see how successful
No,
you
my
are.
brother was.
Have they reached out to be like, hey, remember when we were friends? Or are they like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
when
was
stood,
No,
remember when I
in
stood on your
school.
head?
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Well,
but
that's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My brother had, I don't think Eamon would mind me telling you, he had a similar experience. My brother was, being gay in Ireland when you were 13 or 14 in Dublin was not much fun. And he got a really hard time. And he bumped into a couple of people over the years and they were really, really apologetic about the way they treated him, which was kind of awesome. And awesome for them as well that they were at a stage in their life where they had grown past that as well, you know?
And that's just pure growth. And
Yeah, it's growth, it's
cathartic,
evolution, for sure.
What about for school for you? I know it was Australia, obviously.
I actually loved school. I'm not saying it was always easy, but I went to the same school from preschool to grade 12, so I was there for 13 years.
Wow.
And yeah, there's a line in this movie in A Big Bold where I say, like, I'm secretly a dork. High school's really important to dorks like us. And that line very much rang true. I was like, yeah, I loved.
Were you into heavy metal when you were in school? Because I know you're a
Yeah,
metal.
yeah.
I mean,
Were you?
I was so emo.
Yeah, well, I literally have a Slipknot tattoo.
No!
I know you're a Slipknot fan.
Get
I was wondering,
outta here.
Did you go to metal concerts when you
Yeah,
were?
yeah.
That's awesome.
I used to dye my hair black and cut it with a razor blade, and yeah, I was very emo and stuff. Very emo, but
There's a great moment in the trailer where you ask Colin's character if his accent is fake. And then you go into the accent in the scene. It's a really great moment. And I know actors are asked a lot about accents, but I want to take it a little step further because I remember interviewing Hugh Jackman once, and he said he had a sentence that he says that he can say that has like all the consonants and vowels that help him get into that accent. And I was wondering, is there a consistent thing that you have? I know you work with coaches. I know that you have dialect coaches, but I'm curious, is there a consistent thing that works for every accent change that you do? Like, do you have a sentence? Do you have certain words or things that you pick up on that help you find that accent? Because I don't know if people realize this. As actors, you have to be the character and not think about the accent you're doing. You have to believe it. We have to believe it as well. I think it's a really hard thing. I wanted to kind of hear your process.
no, I think I mean, I do exactly that. There always ends up being a line or a word that's your anchor for the accent, and you just have to like, yeah, like on Wolf of Wall Street, I'd have to be like Jordan, okay, and now I can do it. Or like for Harley Quinn, I'd be like Harley Quinn, okay, nice to meet you, nice. There's always like one word. I'm like, nice to meet you, okay, now I can do the thing. Yeah.
Do you stay in them?
No, I
I know
don't.
some people do, which I find interesting. Like, what about you? Do you?
Don't say it. No. Yeah, there's usually an anchor. You usually find one line that, as Hugh was saying, has the vowels, the consonants, or just has a kind of a sensibility to it. Like on Penguin, it was for some reason gefilte fish, and yeah, it was. Oh yeah, before I take
Really?
it, yeah, gefilte fish, and then roll sound. No, but
say it every
something
time?
about it. I think it's partly because I never actually said the words gefilte fish in my life. Until I started working with my dialect coach, Jessica Drake, for Penguin. So there is always something that'll just, if even just convincing yourself through a sense of comfort and familiarity that you're in the zone, just to say that thing again, nail that, and then go into the take, yeah.
I'll end on this. There's another quote in the trailer that I want to bring up, which is I want to go back to when I thought everything would work out for me. And I think as life evolves, those moments happen all the time. Do you remember the moment in your career that you were like, okay, now I see that things are going to work out for me?
No.
Do you still feel like that you're still trying to make things work out? I mean, obviously you're both very
100%.
successful actors, but that's an interesting thing. Because Spielberg will always say, like, every time he gets on a movie set, he feels like he's making a movie for the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering do you remember that moment for you, or do you have a moment like that?
Where I thought it was like, oh, it's all sorted now.
It's
No, I think every time I'm like, oh God,
Yeah.
it's all going to be taken away. I won't get
Yeah,
to do this
same.
again. This
you
is the
really
last
feel that?
time. Yeah.
And that to me means you care. You care so
Yeah,
much
no,
about
I
what
care
you
so
do.
much. Yeah, for sure.
And it's immeasurable what we do for a living. It defies any kind of quotidian ability to be certain whether it's going to work or not. Do you know what I mean? It's also fluid. It's counter to any kind of mathematical reasoning, or you just give it your best go. So with that in mind, I'm certainly always afraid of failing, especially if I love something, you know, and I read it and I think it's really strong or beautiful, and then you just want to rise to the task of the script. So each time you go to work, not sure if you'll ever get to do it again. Genuinely, just but it's cool. That's part of it. I mean, the thing that I love about it is the uncertainty, and it's also the thing that kind of frustrates me about it as well.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. I want to shout out Joe Hisaishi, who did the score for this movie, who works with Miyazaki all the time, one of the greatest composers of all time, Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle. So I can't wait for people to see the film, but it's so cool that you get to be scored by someone like that.
Yeah.
So,
Studio Ghibli's played a big part in our household.
yes,
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, thank you very much to both of you. It was a pleasure seeing you.
Thanks, man. It's good to see
Thank you
you
guys.
again.
Thank you so much. I
Thanks, man.
appreciate it. Thank you,
Good to
Margot.
see you
Good to see you
again.
guys too.